Okay, folks, you broke your collarbone. It is a bummer. I just broke mine in September, beginning of September, September 11th, actually. And it's been about 11 weeks. But just to give you some insight on it, in case you just broke yours or what have you, I kind of was like all freaked out about it, obviously, because it limits you from doing just about anything with one arm. So I broke it on the motocross track, riding my YZ 250. Basic jump, having a great day, rested, no problems, just a weird launch, and I bounced. I don't even remember what happened. Obviously it happened so fast, but I just drove my shoulder into the track at probably 25 miles an hour. It felt like the only thing that hit was my shoulder. Probably just about broke my right ring finger, kind of. It turned a couple colors, but obviously my bone popped up and I felt the heat, and I sheared off the visor and all the screws on the side of my helmet. So I hit the side of my head fairly good, and just most of it was all directly in my left shoulder. So this is a picture of a fairly normal collarbone, and that gap right there is normal. It looks like this is somebody else's x-ray I found online, but their bone might have broke and they had a nice clean heel here. So that's the typical collarbone, maybe not perfect, and then here's mine. Yeah, mine got shattered. I hit the outer section here, right at the shoulder. That gap's normal there, but obviously all these little parts and pieces aren't normal. And the most common break is in the middle. I zoom it for you here, but so the most common break is in the middle of the bone, which is over here more so. And then a fairly uncommon is up near the neck more, but mine shattered at the outer edge. You can see it's multiple pieces, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, and that's stuck up pretty good into the skin. Again, like I said, that's a normal gap there, tendon or cartilage is in here. So mine was pulverized out here. Like I said, I probably was doing 25 miles an hour when I hit, and all the force went into my shoulder. And I was still wearing full Fox Titan armor shoulder pad jacket, if you know what those look like. And I'll go over those later. I'm going to do a 2-part or maybe 3-part video on this. I'm going to go over the Titan jackets right after this in armor. But just because my phone can't handle it all, I'll do this first. So you're freaking out. I drove myself back to the hospital and I got the x-ray, and I thought hopefully it was dislocated, but it wasn't. It was pulverized. So I was kind of screwed. 5 weeks or 4 weeks in the sling, and then they added another week when I got there. So 5 weeks in the sling. Maybe 6, I forget. But it was only until the 6th week that I felt like I could start moving it. Although I did sit in the spa and used a lot of heat and did light motion without the sling on. But I would suggest you wear that sling and keep it, stable and immobilized. Don't move it around. My wife's a physical therapist, so I got a lot of advantages from her. She knew what doctors to go see, get a second opinion. Unfortunately, they say that you can't really do surgery that easy on most of these. This is on the outer edge here. It's hard to screw into things, so they don't do anything. I thought I was going in for surgery the next day and they were going to pin it and screw it and I'd be, good to go. But this is just let it wait it out, let it build up scar tissue, and, try to keep your range of motion, and then get back in the gym and start getting your muscle back. But unfortunately, I'm at about week 11 or 12 coming up on this now. And yeah, I just started riding my motocross bike again. I'm very, very timid though. And I'm looking for new armor. My Fox Titan jacket basically exploded at the shoulder. It wasn't designed great, but I don't think the forces that I put on it would have helped much. But I just want to let you know that it's a common break. I used the basic sling. I didn't do the figure 8. They say it doesn't matter. Or, the sling is perfectly good. I'll show you my sling. It was just your basic, throw your elbow in there and over the neck sling. I would suggest, I didn't wear a shirt for luckily I live in South Florida, so I didn't wear a shirt for 5-6 weeks. I didn't pull anything over my head. Like I said, I'd keep that shoulder bone from popping up. Every time I went to put a shirt on and, hunch up my shoulder, this thing would pop out. So I stopped. I only popped it out maybe the first day or two, and then I said, forget that. I'm not moving this thing again. So mine's healed up really well. It actually wasn't very painful either. And, obviously if I moved the wrong way it was, and I had to learn how to sleep on my back, and obviously I couldn't do anything for 5-6 weeks. And then it's really only now after 8, 9, 10 weeks that I'm starting to do real things. like, home projects and things like that, and, be able to trim some bushes and ride my bike. But take care of it. And, I don't drink or smoke, so I tried to do the best I could to get it to heal. That's my 2 cents. Again, do the best you can with it. Surgery is really not required in 90% of them, I guess. And you're just going to have to give it some time. Unfortunately, it does suck, but it's not so bad. Good luck.